Hello, forest fawns, and welcome back to Fawn of the Forest, the tarot channel for sweet, sensitive woodland creatures. I am your host, Fawn of the Forest, and today we are asking ourselves and asking the tarot cards, have they truly moved on? Could be an ex, could be someone you had a little fling with, could be a friend, but we want to get a sense of their energy and get a sense of, have they truly moved on? And so how we're going to do this today is we will play the spin the wheel card. So when I spin the wheel, just take a quick screenshot on your phone, whatever pile you land on, and that'll be pile 1, 2, or 3, that's your pile and that's your reading. Timestamps are in the description box below. Or if you'd rather, you can just use your intuition to choose the pile 1, 2, or 3, that calls to you today. Either way. So without any further ado, let's spin. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at, have they truly moved on? Truly moved on. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, we have our first card. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting from this first pull, pile number 1, is that yes, time has passed, and yes, they have moved on, but they're still upset because with this Ace of Cups reversed, to me, that's about being upset, and maybe even to the point of like, I don't want to start another relationship. I don't want. I'm just going to adjust the camera. I don't want to start another friendship. I don't want to date. Just kind of put off on the whole romance thing, so to speak, if that's what we're looking at here. The Emperor here is about autonomy, and I see them being like, I'm just not ready to date, or I'm just not ready to go back into the dating pool, and they're okay with that. I get the sense that they're okay with that. I think that they feel that they're still healing, and it's going to take some time. And I think they're into just doing them for a while. I get a lot of like, I just want to nurture myself. I want to be alone. Being alone feels good. It feels good to my nervous system. And that is what I am going to focus on now. Let's see those. Oops. Okay, so we have interesting 2 aces here. I think that they have some angry feelings. I feel like they feel like something wasn't fair about, I don't know, the way it ended or the relationship itself. With the 7 of Wands, usually I think of like an underdog, but I also see like fighting to keep your position. And so I'm seeing it as kind of like, that wasn't really fair. I fought. And then it's next to this Ace of Swords upright, which is like, interestingly, the idea of talking to me is coming up here. Possibly to you, but something about saying something, whether it's, and for some of you, I feel like it's more like they're going to tell their story of what happened, or their version. I'm just adjusting the camera again. Sorry, guys. Their version of like what happened to somebody. Either they're writing it, or they're blogging it, or they're telling a friend. But I get the sense that they feel that they weren't given a fair shake. That's what I keep hearing. I don't think I was given a fair shake, either with the breakup or the relationship. The King of Pentacles also, like, it's reversed, so I see that as like losing ground. I see King of Pentacles as like wanting to feel expansive, wanting to feel generous, wanting to feel like, I have a lot more to give, but really just not feeling there, not being there yet. Interestingly, what'd y'all do to them? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Okay, we also have the 10 of Wands, which is a burden, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, for some of you watching, you might be the Queen of Cups energy to them. I feel like for some, this is saying they felt burdened by your emotional energy, your emotional demands. And with the Knight of Wands, that was like a turnoff of like some kind, either like sexually or like attraction wise. It was a turnoff. I see them feeling like disappointed. Yeah, I get the sense that they were disappointed in the relationship, not not quite being what. But okay, here's the thing. Maybe I should take that back a little bit for some of you, because with the Queen of Cups, it is upright, so it's not like, oh my God, like your emotions are too much. But I do think that there was something to do with emotions that felt burdensome, and maybe it could mean that for some of you, you were more emotionally mature, for like lack of a better word, or had more emotional um, vocabulary to share, and they felt inadequate. They felt burdened by that, and I think they're still trying to get over that, but they're kind of seeing how that impacted basically their attraction to you. It had some kind of, yeah, okay. Star reversed, Hermit reversed. Okay, interesting. All reversed here on this pull. So the Star reversed. Oh, and I should like cover this up because you know how YouTube is with the. Well, no, there's another star here. Okay, I'll just do this for now. So the Star reverse is like an embarrassment or like a lack of healing, a lack of renewal. And the Hermit is being out of your element. Yeah, I feel like they felt very uncomfortable. I'm getting the sense that they felt very uncomfortable with something around this relationship. They felt like they were out of their depth. And it might have been, for some of you, I'm getting, it's like the way that you argued. Like, this is just an example, it's a silly one, but it's like maybe they were like, well, I want to argue in person. And you were like, well, let's have a conversation over Messenger. And, you know, but they were like, no, it has to be this way. Because they felt inadequate on the emotional side is what I'm getting. And the Eight of Cups reversed here, it's like when it's upright, it's like walking away from something, but it's like not being able. So yeah, this is like telling me that this is the part of the relationship that they can't seem to shake, and why they haven't moved on apparently. And I think part of them realizes like, yeah, it's been a while. Whatever a while means to everybody, it's all subjective, but like I should be able to move on, but I am not. Like I'm too hurt. And some of you will be happy to hear that, right? But I mean, I'm sure some of you will be sad to hear that. But they really felt out of their depth. I'm seeing, yeah, just someone who's just out and not sure how to handle themselves, and they didn't like that feeling. And I think that that's what traumatized them. And I mean, it could be little t trauma, not big T trauma, but like that's what is keeping them kind of stuck in. And let's get some more. I'll move this in a second. Yeah, okay. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so a wasting of resources. Okay, so they feel like they wasted time in the relationship, or like it didn't have to end this way is what I'm also getting. Like it didn't have to fail. I feel like they with this Knight of Swords reversed, like doing the wrong thing. Sometimes doing the wrong thing involves with the Knight of Swords. So sometimes that involves like moving too quickly, and maybe they feel like they moved too quickly, and they felt like they had to fight a lot with this Nine of Wands. And you can see that guy's like not really happy about it, right? Like he's just like, and he has a bandage over his head. This person definitely feels battered and drained, honestly. Yeah, I feel like they're like beating themselves up. Like, why did I put myself through that? Ten of Swords is reversed. Sometimes that's a betrayal. I do feel, okay, so like, you know, when it's reversed too, it's like, there's a couple messages that come through. So sometimes it's like self-sabotage. And I think that some of them feel like, oh yeah, I messed up. I get a sense that they're holding themselves very accountable for things. And And I get the sense that they felt they were too giving with the Four of Pentacles reversed. That's like pissing money away, basically. Kind of, you know, just like too much spending, too much giving. They were too giving. And they feel like you weren't a collaborator. Three of Pentacles reversed. That's the collaboration card, but it's reversed. So it's like, they're like, why did I self-sabotage by giving so much to somebody who wouldn't collaborate with me? And I'm not saying that's true. I'm just saying that this is the vibe I'm picking up on. Yeah, unhappiness. Yeah, I definitely think they're not over it. It's funny how the aces all kind of show up here. I think they want to move on. I get that, but the sun is reversed, which is like a little bit of unhappiness or blocking your shine. And then the Ace of Wands is like the idea of starting something new. But then we have the Nine of Swords reversed, which is like kind of what it looks like. It's like not being able to get out of your own head. Just, I mean, yeah, I don't want to use trauma flippantly, but like, you know, these experiences that were negative weigh heavily upon them. And it's hard for them to move on. Okay. I think that they are going to arrive eventually at some kind of aha moment, like, ah, Eureka, this is the Judgment card energy. Eureka. I think that they have a lot, you know, so it's, you know, also with the Hermit that we saw earlier, it's like self-reflection to do. They are working on themselves, but they're like, it's kind of like just like isolating, kind of, you know, kind of if you've had, for example, a bunch of bad experiences with like men or something, and you're just like, I hate all men. And I think that's like the energy that they're in. They're just like, look, I'm just not ready. Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to go, but like, and like almost it's kind of like, I'm just going to live my own life. Like, just like feed into myself, pour my energy into myself, and I'm not going to collaborate. There's this kind of like, no, I'm not going to do it. There's a bit of defiant energy here, but I feel like for them, like owning that defiant energy has been healing for them on some level. And it's like, kind of like, all right, yes, this is a new phase in my life where I get to make the rules. And it's kind of like a healing thing. Yeah, I see that as like the first aid sign almost. Like, all right, yes, just like stop the bloodletting. I see it as like emotional bloodletting, that they need to stop, and they need to reassess, and they need to basically do damage control. What did y'all do to these people? No, I'm just kidding. I mean, but you know, that's just what I'm seeing. And yeah, I feel like at some point, I think they are going to heal. I do feel hope for them. I'm like holding on to hope for them for that. And like, maybe you are too, but right now it's like, this is just where I have to be right now. And you can't hurry this type of process. You can't hurry healing. You can't hurry processing. So that's what I see for them, pile number one. I hope that reading was helpful for you. If you liked that, please be sure to like and subscribe to Fawn of the Forest. And I will be seeing you in our next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. We are going to be doing a reading today on have they truly moved on? And they is whoever is on your mind that you're thinking, have they truly moved on? Have they truly, truly moved on? And oh my gosh, I'm getting a feeling here. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's so weird. I almost never get that. Wow. Okay. So interesting. I see rebound energy. I see rebound, like, and it's kind of like the thing where it's like everyone can see you're like, okay, this is a rebound. Like everyone is like, but like no one's gonna say it because the person will get mad at them. This is the person that we're thinking about in question that's on your mind. The Nine of Swords is like obsessing, being upset, basically going through kind of like a dark night of the soul and soul searching and just not having any peace. And it's pretty evident by the way that that card looks right there, that's what's that about. And you know, we all go through that. We all go through our cycles of that in life. And I see them in that energy now. But I see them like wanting to move on, wanting to be ready to move on. And I see honestly rebound energy with this Three of Pentacles. It's like collaboration, and Ace of Cups is like a new emotional opportunity. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're trying to deal with this unrest with focusing on something new, which is not necessarily a bad thing or wrong. But that's just the energy I get with it. Walking away. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'll just jump to the Eight of Cups quickly. That's about walking away. And the Empress. Okay. Yes. I see. So this person is tired of fighting. They're tired of fighting, and maybe they're not fighting you. Maybe they're fighting. I mean, maybe they are fighting you partly, but I feel like they're fighting their emotions. They're fighting themselves. They might be fighting with other people too, and they just want to move on. They just want to like cut off the limb. And that's the Eight of Cups, walking away. Please let me find something else. And they're looking for nurturing. The Empress is about nurturing. It could even be like, I mean, I don't want to get super Oedipal on you guys, but it's like, could be like, this person reminds me of my mother, or nurturing the mother wound, or trying to find someone who will just like help them heal is what I'm getting. Oh my gosh, I just got something else here. Yeah, I mean, and I think, are they aware that they know that they're doing this? I think so. But they just don't really want to deal with it. They're just like, it's just so uncomfortable sitting with these feelings. Yep. I think that they're like, yeah, I know, excuse me. I like know this is dumb on some level, but I have to make a choice, and I'm just going to go and follow like what I want to do and follow what's going to make me feel better right now with this Knight of Wands. I think, yeah, they're, it's kind of like when you've been hurt and you're just like, well, let me just go comfort myself somehow. I get that. But yeah, I still get, let's get some more cards out here just about the relationship. Yeah, they didn't feel like they had, interesting. I feel like, okay, this is saying a couple different things. I feel like in the relationship with you, they wanted the relationship with you. I mean, hopefully they did if you were with them. But yeah, they like wanted the relationship with you. And I'm getting that lyric of like, it's from an Amy Mann song called Wise Up. And it's like, you got what you want, but you can hardly stand it though. And like, that's what these two cards, the Nine of Cups and the Four of Cups, like the Four of Cups is like boredom. And then there's the Emperor reversed, which is like a lack of autonomy, a lack of like individuality. I think that they felt maybe absorbed by the relationship. But I'm also getting this download of like, they tend to feel absorbed by relationships. So with this rebound energy, I see it. I don't think that's going to change and I mean, part of it could be like, yeah, the writing's on the wall. Like, this is what they do. They don't want to deal with their feelings and sit with them and sit in them and process them. They just want to feel better, like right now, And so, but then, they like get temporary relief, but they end up feeling bored and consumed by these relationships. So I feel like the cycle is just like going to repeat. Oh, a Tower moment. Okay, and Tower's not bad. The Tower card is such an interesting card. I actually like the Tower card because it's kind of like, it's about necessary change and things that weren't going to work out anyway because they had a bad foundation. It's like literally, it's like, well, you had a bad foundation. So it couldn't stand being battle tested. That could be like a relationship. I feel like this Tower card is speaking to the way that this person does relationships basically. And I mean, I don't think that this is sustainable. At some point they're going to have to learn how to deal with their own emotions without just distracting themselves with new relationships or people or whatever they use to distract themselves. Ace of Swords is regret. There could be a part of them that's like, oh yeah, like I do know this isn't the best way, because people get hurt. but I just need something with this Knight of Pentacles. It's like, I need something solid to hold on to. But the problem is that it's not solid with the Tower card. It's falling apart, y'all. And so, I mean, I think that they're going to have to face that dissonance in their logic. Oh, Star card. It's so annoying how I have to cover up some of these cards because of freaking nudity. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we have the Star card, which is about healing and like recharging, but also like being seen, being desired, being beautiful. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse, which is like the timing's not right. It doesn't work out that way. Interesting that I see, like, I feel like this person doesn't look so much to their own contributions to what goes wrong in their relationships. And I mean, they are on this cycle, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune too. It's just like, yeah, they're just like, I get uncomfortable, distract. I'm upset, distract. I just got broken up with, distract. And it's like, no, that, you know, and it's like, yeah, I just see them on this cycle, and it's not making them happy. Like Three of Swords reversed. I mean, I think that they want it to make them happy. They want it to work. But yeah, I don't see them having a lot of like insight necessarily into their own emotional process and letting that help them, which is really a shame, honestly. Yeah, like Judgment card is reversed. Or like that's like not waking up, not like kind of like zombie and like willfully. Six of Pentacles is generosity, kind of like giving back. Yeah, I think they like overestimate their emotional bandwidth, and I really get that they're like stuck on this cycle that they really need to change. But yeah, I see them like with this King of Pentacles, though. It's strange because it's like Judgment is saying judgment, like, yeah, it's leading to, I see them just overestimating their abilities to like show up emotionally and maybe even financially, because there's a lot of pentacles up here, and just being like, oh, that's okay. Like, if I just live in denial, the right person will just come along eventually who will just accept all of this stuff, and I'll be a king in their eyes, or a queen, whatever. I'll be a royal in their eyes. Impatience. Yeah, this person might be like going out clubbing or going out partying, and they're just impatient for their next fix. The Death card is transformation. So yeah, I mean, I feel like transformation is what this person needs. And but the question is, can they accept? Can they learn how to not be afraid of their feelings? Can they learn how to let go and just like sit still for a minute and sit with the grief, sit with the loss, instead of trying to hold on to old ways and distractions, quite frankly. All right, let's do another one. And stop being so impatient. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So with this Page of Pentacles, it's like the idea of, it's, like a message of, I feel like this person is big on how they look too. So they might be the type to like post on social media if they're out partying, just to make it look like they're having a really great time, or they might post a new person that they're hanging out with, and just to be, I mean, for lack of a better word, kind of petty, because the Devil is reversed here. And it's like, all right, like, the Devil is like addiction, manipulation. It's being dominated by things and by like forces that really shouldn't dominate you. And in that case, it could very well be just like wanting to make people jealous, wanting to put on the face of somebody who is doing really well when in fact they're not doing well, with this Queen of Cups reversed. All right, so let's do one more pull and then wrap you up. Well, yeah, what they need is self-reflection. Yeah. Okay, it's so interesting here because we have the Hermit, which is like introspection, looking inside, kind of taking time to themselves. That's what they should be doing. That's what they need. That's the medicine. If they were able to do that, then yeah, there's a chance for new opportunities. Could even be monetary opportunities, but like, yeah, new opportunities to happen and for them to grow emotionally. But until they do that, until they, what's odd is that science and research shows that most emotions, if you let yourself just feel them instead of running from them or burying them or whatever, and they're probably going to take me off for that. Those emotions last like 90 seconds. True. So if you spend like 10 years running from an emotion, it's kind of dumb, because it's like, just feel it and be really upset and cry and scream and whatever. But like 90 seconds, guys, like it takes 90 seconds for any emotion that's hard, or, anyone to kind of just work through your system. If you let yourself feel it, like they say, you have to feel to heal. And maybe that's a lesson for you watching too, because I don't want this to be all about them, but just like, yeah, I mean, it's a good reminder for all of us, like, don't bury your feelings. It's better to feel them. It really doesn't last forever. People think, oh, it's going to last forever if I let myself feel. No, 90 seconds, dude. Like, it's really not that bad. So, all right, pile number 2. I hope that was helpful for you. If you like that, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Fawn of the Forest, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're looking at, have they truly moved on? Whoever they is to you. I'm sure you have somebody in mind. But have they truly moved on? Truly, let's get the truth. Oh yeah, they sure have. The Chariot is forward movement, fast movement, forward movement. But then it's next to Temperance, which is patience. Huh. Interesting. Saying one thing and doing another. Interesting. Okay, so I'm getting a really weird message through these cards right now, which is like, with this Knight of Pentacles, saying one thing, doing another, I see them feeling ready to move on, but I feel like they want you to feel like they haven't. And I know that sounds really weird, but I feel like, yeah, like in truth, they are like, yeah, move forward. I've healed. I'm doing better. I'm patient. I'm balanced. I'm ready to see what else. But I see that they're, yeah, with this Knight of Pentacles reverse, I feel like they're like trying to make you think, or trying to send out this message, this image that, I'm not truly moved on, which is weird. Tower, okay. Lack of autonomy with the Emperor reversed. I see them wanting the breakup in a weird way. Excuse me. Excuse me. I see them wanting the breakup. They did not feel, it's almost like they felt like they had to play a role in the relationship. And, breakup, friendship breakup, whatever. It's like with the Emperor, I see them needing to play a role, and they didn't like that. And so now they feel free, and they feel like them having to play this role was not helpful for them. They didn't like it. They didn't like being pigeonholed into a certain role in the relationship. So they're happy that it ended. They are happy. And I think they're like ready for something else. Let's see. Tired of fighting. Manipulation. Yeah, I feel like they're really done, honestly. Well, with the world, yay, throw confetti. That's like the ending, a conclusion. I don't feel that they're upset about it ending. I don't. And I know some of you might be sad about that, but this is all just information. Take what you like and leave the rest. Readings are just meant to be tools for us, right? So, and the Devil, I feel like, yeah, there is manipulation. I kind of wonder though, I want clarification on that. Manipulation coming from them? I feel like for some of them, or some of you watching, okay, yeah, they were tired of fighting. They felt like there was manipulation happening, and they, through withdrawal, and being like, no, I'm not going to work on that. I'm not, or I'm just not going to show up, or I'm going to kind of do the slow fade. Some of you guys might be dealing with the slow fade. I see them being very easygoing and not really wanting conflict, and yeah, just kind of being like, when things got weird, they were just ready to kind of go. They were ready to go, and yeah, they're ready to focus their energy. Oh, 2 queens. Look at that. Oh, for some of y'all, there might have been another person involved that they were looking at. Like 2 queens. Sometimes those are people. You might be one. Yeah, it could be a literal love triangle. The Queen of Pentacles is like a really positive card. It's someone who's really secure and balanced and stable. And the Queen of Cups is someone who really is a master of her own emotions. And, I do think on some level, though, this person, I'm getting this weird energy where it's like they had these 2 great options too, but they're like, I don't know what I want. I want something else though. But it's like, to quote Amy Mann again, I feel like I've quoted her before, maybe earlier in this reading. Yes, I did. But like, yeah, it's kind of like they don't know what they're looking for, but they're like, I'm sure that I will recognize it when I see it. Let's get some more cards on here. Heartbreak. Okay, excuse me. Eventually, I do think that they are going to feel unhappy. That'll make some of you guys happy to hear. No, I mean, I feel like, this is so reminding me of just like how, those like memes of how men versus women deal with breakups. And it's like, women deal with it, or, according to these memes, I'm not saying that that's the gospel, but women deal with breakups like they get really upset, they're crying, they're sad, they're lonely, and it's like right after the breakup, they're going through all that emotional crap. And, but feeling things is how you heal them. So with time, though it feels horrible, they will start to feel better. They'll start to move on. And this meme talks about how men are just like, yeah, let's just party, let's just go. And like, yeah, like being really happy to be free originally. And yeah, this person might have male energy and might have female, but I'm thinking about their energy in this. Like, eventually I feel like something's going to hit them and they're going to feel like they lost something valuable. Ace of Pentacles reverse and King of Pentacles. They're going to feel like they missed out on something. And I do see them feeling regret eventually. Whoops. Okay, and this is such an interesting pull here. So I'll start with the 7 of Swords reversed, which is just you being able to like see through them. Honestly, it's kind of like a failure. Like, I feel like this time, it's interesting because I'm going to speak to you now, pile number 3. And I didn't do this with all my readings, but I feel like this reading went this way. And I'm oh so glad when it does, because you're the ones here and I want you to get a message too. Not just all about them. I feel like this time that you're possibly grieving or going through it emotionally, you're going to start to see them more clearly. And it does happen. It's kind of like, and I mean, I've gone there too. It's like someone broke up with me and I didn't want it. I didn't want to break up. I was sad, but they were like, no, this is how it has to be. And eventually though, with a little bit of distance, you start to see like, oh, this person is not that great. Actually, this person might suck. Not saying that they suck, but that's what happened for me. And I'm not even, it seriously wasn't sour grapes. Like, just, yeah, maybe one day I'll do a story time. If you guys want a story time, I'll do a story time. Maybe I'll do a tarot story time, so that'll be more fun. But yeah, I think that, it's possible that they're just like, oh, there's like all this other attention. Yeah, with those 2 queens that we saw earlier and the 3 of Wands, it's kind of like they feel like, yeah, I'm free. Like, the world is my oyster. I could be with anybody. All these people want me. And then, a little time goes by and they're like, oh, this isn't that great, or like all that attention and promise seems to have evaporated. And there is a part of me that wants to say that they might try to come back. And I don't believe in getting back with exes, but that's my own personal thing. They might be like, oh, this isn't fun anymore, like Four of Cups reversed. This isn't fun anymore. But by then you will have seen through them. And they won't look that impressive to you. The Page of Wands, they just won't look that impressive to you. You'll see them as just kind of ick, kind of immature. So that's good for you, I guess. All right, the ending of something. Huh. Yeah, I feel like I'm in your energy pile number 3, which I'm so glad to be in. I see you kind of feeling like sad, obviously, 5 of Pentacles reversed, like out in the cold. But I see you recuperating with the 4 of Swords, recuperating from this experience. And I feel like some of you are going to be dealing with like the feeling like, oh, I like gave away too much of my care, my empathy, my nurturance. Like they bled me dry and they weren't fully honest about what they wanted and all that. Like I see you guys feeling a little bit like chip on your shoulder about it. But I do think that you guys just need to take some time to rest. Yeah, that's a good card. The 9 of Cups, the Fool, and the Hanged Man reversed. Yeah, at some point, well, make a wish because it's the 9 of Cups. All right, make a wish. And yeah, 9 of Cups is a wish come true. I feel like it's very possible you guys will meet somebody else. And with a little perspective, perspective for you, pile number 3 is a big word for this reading, I feel. And it's kind of like you didn't get what you wanted with this person, but you never know, right around the corner, it could be like the person that will be able to make you happy and give you what you want. And you will be like, well, why did I waste so much time worrying and feeling so bad about them? But you have to go through that, like that's just like, it's weirdly human nature. Like we have to go through feeling bad and we have to let ourselves grieve and feel the loss. But I do see happy things on the horizon for you ultimately. And I don't know about them, but that's what I see for you, pile number 3. I feel like you guys got the best reading because I got to go into your future and your kind of next steps with this reading. And that didn't really come up for me with the other 2. So I hope you found that reading helpful, pile number 3. Wishing you much love and happiness and success. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe and like this video so it can be seen by the people who are looking for it. So that I can share this message with anyone who needs it. And thank you for watching Fawn of the Forest. I will see you in the next reading. Bye.